Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my channel here at Live Life in Tarot. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. Hope you're all doing well. Scorpio, this is your June 2020 money and finances forecast reading. Messages that are coming through from Spirit that you need to know with what's happening around your money for the month of June. So let's get into your reading, Scorpio. Now, your overall energy around your money and finances and your focus for the month of June is the Three of Swords. Now, with this Three of Swords energy, it is a challenging energy. It's a mental energy. This is around in the realm of thought and communication, plans. But the threes also talk about that you could be dealing with external factors that's influencing your money or dealing with others. It just so happens in this Three of Swords, you do have three people here. So for many of you, there's definitely others involved that's influencing or affecting your money and finances here. Now, while the Three of Swords energy is talking about you could be or are going through or experiencing um, suffering due to a sudden unexpected loss of money, issues with your shares or stock um, declining or crashing, where you may be experiencing debt, perhaps an enormous amount of debt, or you're experiencing some sort of temporary setback or disappointment, or you could even feel a little betrayed by someone or a system or um, the breakdown of something where the collaboration isn't working or is stuck. But this Three of Swords is also talking about you could be having a problem with your plan or with the plans that involve others. Now, while you may be experiencing this energy and these things are happening, I do feel that the focus here for you, June, despite all of that, with the use of this Three of Swords energy, is for you to focus on how to heal, how to recover, or separate or distance yourself where you can to avoid any mishaps or setbacks, but also heal and recover from any setbacks that you are experiencing. But know that while you are focusing on a strategy or a plan, or you may be coming together with others or needing to come away from others, the Three of Swords is asking you to try to do your best to keep things simple and be mindful to do things where a step at a time, but be consistent. You're working on things bit by bit, piece by piece, in order to regain and recover and heal your money and finance situation. And so there could be news and messages coming back and forth with three people here, or there may be the lack of news and messages. There could be matters concerning the progress of something, because three speak to that, the initial action on your part or others, or what initial action may need to be taken. But there's a need to focus on the productivity, to focus on being very creative, to focus on how do you either sustain your abundance or regain that abundance. This is also talking about you nurturing and collaborating and getting a strong sense of your resources, and you drawing on your experience and perhaps the experience of others, for where you can create flexibility for yourself and create more stability or hold on to your stability. This is also saying for you to focus on the possibilities and to really nurture your money situation and be aware of where your money thresholds lie. This is also saying that you may need to turn to your community, or turn to others for support. We do have the three people in this Three of Swords here, and you may have that support, or you may need to do the work to plan and communicate and let people know that you need that help, because your energy and attitude is you do have the Page of Wands towards your money and finances. It's the central energy, and it's also with the Two of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, which says karma. So let me show you this Two of Cups and the karma. Okay, so you are dealing with some divine timing here, or some timing could be off. But what I feel here is with this page of wands, you could be looking for news, but this is also you looking to go in new directions, you being creative, but you certainly are definitely doing a lot of observing and surveying, where I feel that for the most part, Scorpio, this is you trying to avoid any suffering. This is you trying to keep your situation healed, even though you may be dealing with things that feel a little critical right now around your money situation. And with that Two of Cups, there's a focus on a partnership, an agreement, or there's a focus on a very close relationship, perhaps your love partner, or whoever you're coupled with, where your money is connected in some way. And I feel like, Scorpio, you are keeping a watchful eye on your agreements and contracts and partnerships, where you are looking to see where you might be able to change it so that it fits better with your money needs at this time, or you are surveying and watching to see in terms of contracts and partnerships and agreements. I feel like you observing and surveying and sensing the possibility of it changing and what money you rely on to receive or that you get from being in that connection is going to fall through or fail in some way. And I feel like you are surveying for, um, trying to watch for the unexpected. I also feel that you are being a source of creativity for a connection that you may be directly in and dealing with, that you're close to, where you're being that source of comfort and support to someone else at a time that their money issues or their ability to bring money to the table has changed, and you are the one that's keeping everybody or who you're dealing with inspired, and you are the one coming up with the creative ways to adapt and adjust, looking for opportunities and perhaps trying to stay clear of being pessimistic, but also to help who you're dealing with to be that way too. You're trying to have emotional healing and be of emotional support to others, but you also are surveying a situation to see if the support that you may be receiving or used to is going to change, as if you may be expecting some expecting it to happen, or you have some sort of foresight with this, and so you're working to see what you need to do, how you need to respond to what could be the unexpected could come in that you sense is possible or likely, and you're trying to avoid any suffering or setback that could come as a result of that kind of change that you're dealing with. For some of you, this change is coming in and you may not be as prepared for it, but this is you needing to focus on seeing and seizing opportunities, or just being mindful about, if there's any mistakes that you need to learn from or that you are making around money, or that who you're dealing with that may be happening, being mindful about your investments. And this is the time where it's important to save, or this is a teachable moment where you're going to realize that, and it's going to change you and shift you to where you're focusing on creative ways to bring in that into focus, so that any suffering or setback that you are experiencing, you can try to keep that from happening ever again or at all. Now, at the present, regarding your money and finances, where you are presently, is you do have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Cups. I also want to point out to you that the Page of Wands is also talking about for you to focus on doing your homework, focusing on a new financial opportunity. And this is you perhaps looking at a new area of investment or a new way to come into agreement or partnership where your money is concerned, or there's a focus on partnership that you're relying on, or you needing to be aware of and mindful about where it can affect your money or how you are looking for it to affect your money. Now, the Page of Wands, I also want to say, is perhaps you're expecting some news, or you are conveying some news, or you're waiting to respond, or waiting for some sort of response regarding a relationship, partnership, or agreement, where you're not sure what you're going to hear or when you're going to hear it, and how things are going to change and it affect you. at that point. So also with the Page of Wands, I want you to be mindful that Page is a youthful, young energy. And so this is about you needing to stay grounded in your creative endeavors, in your actions and behavior, so that you are not being reckless or irrational or irresponsible, where you cause your own changes, or you may be focused on who you're dealing with, the concern of their possible being irresponsible on their part that's affecting your money situation, and you're either trying to bounce back from that or trying to avoid falling on hard times because of it. Now, back to your present situation, you do have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Cups. At present, you are very, very, very much focused on your family and fulfilling the needs of your family. Now, you may be, well, experiencing some measure of contentment because you've been putting in the work, you've been analyzing, you've been evaluating your money and finance situation, you've been tending to it, and you've been able to seize opportunities, or at least with this Four Cups energy, this is you perhaps needing to or deciding to avoid investments with money or spending. This is you focusing on your own personal goals before making any sort of financial or money commitments otherwise in spending or in bills and things of that sort. The Three of Swords can also talk about an unexpected bill coming in that you're dealing with, but there's something to do with correspondence here. Now, with this Four of Cups, even though at present you're focused on your family and you may be experiencing a measure of satisfaction, there is that underlying energy of you experiencing some dissatisfaction and discontentment here with your money and finance situation, but that you are also focused on how to seize opportunities. So I feel like your emotions are in a mixed bag towards your money and finances here, but you are looking to be very creative. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you also may be waiting for something, waiting for news, because this Seven of Pentacles is kind of looking at this Page of Cups here. And so from beginning of June to mid-June, you do have the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. A lot of emotional energy in the beginning to midpoint of June. So this here is a focus on your emotions and feelings, a focus on family. There could be a significant focus on children where your money is concerned. And with the Cups energy on emotions, this here is about, I feel, you being enthusiastic or needing to muster the enthusiasm emotionally around your money. This is you also receiving news that heals your money. I feel like this is also healing around your money and finances. With the Queen of Cups here, this is your ability to take care and nurture, but also you are using your intuition about your money and finances to guide you, to sense the unseen, to navigate where the clarity in your current situation or what's going on around you can only be measured by the intuition that you're tapping into to guide you, that's allowing you to be able to heal or be creative with what needs to happen around your money. But also, your children may be helping you and being a support to you at this time, where you're getting news about them giving money to you. So, also, the Page of Cups is also talking about that this is the time for you to really be creative. And pages are saying that be mindful in your creativity, that you maintain staying heart centered, and do be open to allowing your intuition to guide you as long as your compass is not off. Now, pages bring about news and messages. Pages talk about new paths, discovery, and vision. Pages talk about, with that youthful energy, investigate and search out for the variables about your situation, remain inspired, and be aware where you are realizing what you need to see, or how you can create, or what there is to create, or what news that you can come across, a piece of information that can be a source of inspiration or can help towards the creativity and development with around your money and finances. And so this Queen of Cups, this is you, but also you could be dealing with the Queen of Cups. This could be someone that is being supportive to you and helpful to you in nurturing your money and finances situation along with you. But as it is being you, this is also you being very creative in trying to take care of and nurture your money and finances, where you are seeking opportunities, even though you may not be very pleased with the way things are and the way things are going or have been. Again, this is you avoiding investing your money in new ways, or being more mindful of your spending and focusing on your own personal goals. And as a result, by you ensuring that you're not making any sort of moves with your money or finances with any other commitments until you fulfill your own, this here is causing healing for you, or at least until you receive the good news that you're looking for about money, that is helping you, or where you are able to have some more creativity towards improving it. But I do see improvement around your money and finances here. Now, from mid to the end of June 2020, you have the Ten of Swords, the Sun, and you do have the Four of Swords. So I want you to see this Four of Swords. Now, with this Four of Swords, typically the Four of Swords is where you see a person lying down and they're resting, and they're contemplating and meditating on things. Well, with this Sun energy, I do feel that something may come to light, or you get some sort of clarity. But the Sun is positive, where this is you having a positive outlook, even if you're dealing with adversities around your money and finances. But the Sun is here to say, for mid to the end of June 2020, that you're experiencing some positive outcomes. Your money is improving here. For some, you're doing very well. You're able to save and see your money on the rise. You're seeing abundance, and you're feeling positive, and you're seeing progress to that regard. Now, with the Ten of Swords, where the Sun is looking at this Ten of Swords, I feel like this is you having clarity to be aware and cognizant of trying to avoid any ruin. You're trying to avoid any thing critical happening with your money, to where it causes you to experience um, this, your plans destroyed, or experiencing ruin, or this is also you focusing on remaining positive and fighting back any negative thinking of mental anguish and agony that this Ten of Swords can bring because of difficulties. And this is you also focusing on how to break free and keep clear of those difficulties. Now, it is possible that for some, you are restless in how you try to rejuvenate or recuperate your money and finances to avoid this. But some of you may get a taste of it and experience it, and that may be something that comes to light, because you could experience feeling or being burned for a bit, where it causes you restlessness with your ability to recuperate and rejuvenate your situation, because this is somebody who's trying to really work on things. So you want to be mindful of your thinking here with this Ten of Swords and this Four of Swords, and you want to try to transition from any negative, debilitating thoughts around your money, and focus on moving away from conflicts, avoiding conflicts, but also transitioning as best as you can and moving to calmer waters, and focus on having peace of mind by doing things that allow for you to have peace of mind. But again, I say, for the most part, with the Sun energy here for the last half of June, this is seeing some positive change or improvement around your money, even after you have been dealing with a lot of difficulties and complications, or if you only have been thinking it. Now, some of you also may be experiencing where it comes to light, you feel betrayed by someone or backstabbed. And this causes you restlessness because now whatever you believed about or had an understanding around money or um, who is involved, there's some sort of sudden change that happens, or something unexpected is going on, or something that's unbeknownst to you that is brought to light, and it stings. And so it causes you to be restless. So you decide what side of this you're on, but just know you want to keep a positive outlook. And the sun is saying that no matter what's going on for you, positive energy is being pumped into your circumstances and situation by the universe to improve your situation. And with the sun, there will be some improvement, but there may be a need for you to have clarity or have foresight or insight as this process is happening for the universe or by you or what's going on around you for things to get better. But it will. Now, you're concerned with your money and finances. You do have the World, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So you're concerned about whether or not you're going to be able to gain or be secure or remain self-sufficient or independent with this Nine of Pentacles here. You are concerned about perhaps any codependence where you may be relying upon um, money from another source or from your partner, and you may be concerned that you may be the one that has to manage or stay grounded and work everything out at it where only your income is involved and another income is lost. Or this is you concerned about how to have success and completion and attain what you need to remain self-sufficient and continue to see progress and growth and movement with your money and finances swiftly and quickly and consistently here. But this is also talking about having concerns with, you know, issues with having mastership in your own abilities and confidence to handle your money through you learning from your mistakes as you go, or avoiding mistakes because you've learned from them. And this is you focusing on the importance of being responsible and leveling up. Now, the other concern here is whether or not a money source is going to be coming to a close um, that you have been relying on, and looking, and whether or not you're going to continue to see consistent movement and progress in that regard, or if that's going to slow down or come to a stop. But also, the World is talking about here as a concern that if you take a look here, the World is talking about the finality of things and what position you're in at the time, depending on what's going on. Are you experiencing circumstances being stale? Are you overwhelmed? Is what's happening unhealthy? Um, are you able to hold up under a particular cycle that's happening right now where it's crucial for you to be able to be financially independent, or it's crucial for you to be able to continue to rely on finances through a codependence that you may be in by what you're expecting or what is being expected of you? These are your concerns, whether or not you're going to have success and attain what you want here. And so your challenge is the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Firstly, even though you have challenges here, the Three of Pentacles is here to say that even if things aren't working, or you're having a hard time building something up, getting something started, or getting something off the ground, or getting the cooperation and support of others, or issues with work, or the lack of work, or no work, or searching for work, the Three of Pentacles is still a positive omen, saying that things are going to work out. Things are going to change for the better, but it does require you continually being consistent to work on it, to be creative, to stay productive, to see what new actions you need to take, to see how you can connect with others, to be a support, to see what you can do to see growth by reassessing your situation and being as creative as possible towards that. And so, with the King of Wands and Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands being a challenge for you, the challenge is, how do you work on your money? How do you get to build it? How do you make your master plan work? How do you assert yourself in a way that allows you to achieve your goals? How do you enlist the help and service of others to support and help you at a time you may need it? How do you take the lead or with your money and finances for yourself, or as it has to do with you possibly needing to do that for yourself and someone else or others? You could also be dealing with the King of Wands energy, where there's challenges with having will and drive, or challenges with attitude here, because the King of Wands is someone who is very engaging and a charismatic person, is able to negotiate, is very good at having a master plan and completing their goals, asserting themselves, having the will and drive. Even if they're starting a business, this is somebody that can buy and sell the shirt off their own back. And so this is how do you do that? Okay, or how do you make sure that um, who if you can find someone that can help you in this way? And with the Knight of Wands, this is talking about, for some of you, where you are receiving some sort of payment, money payment or money installment, whether it's through work or through um, a contract or agreement that's in place, or through a partnership. It's saying last chance. So for some of you, you may be dealing with a last payment and you're trying to seek aggressively assertive ways to see movement and change, to shift that, or to avoid things not working out and things starting to come undone, while you're waiting for that energy of what you're building to really start to manifest and show you signs of progress and productivity here. So also, you could be dealing with someone who's in and out, that's not reliable here, or no longer reliable. But also, there's a need for you to be mindful, for you not to be too hasty in your actions or how you assert yourself using this Knight of Wands energy. So this is, how do you avoid being impulsive, but also how do you improve your finances as quickly as possible? How do you avoid hasty, irrational decisions while you're trying to work on and build your money situation, or sustain it while you are trying to figure out how to get it to grow or keep it from getting worse? And so your likely outcome, Scorpio, is you do have this Hierophant, and you got the Hierophant twice. So you have the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, and you have the Hierophant again. And so let me just show you these three cards. This is your outcome energy. Okay, you have the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, and you have the Hierophant again. And so I feel that your outcome here with this Four of Cups is that you do continue to focus on, or there's a need to continue to focus on, how to seize opportunities, learn all you can, get all the knowledge and information that you can to seize opportunities and create opportunities for yourself, or watch out for opportunities presenting themselves to you. But the Four Cups is also saying that you may still be experiencing discontentment and dissatisfaction or boredom, or you just over it in terms of your money and finances. But the Four Cups is also asking you that at the outcome, this is you needing to continue, if you will, to avoid any new spending habits or new money opportunities for investment. This is about you continuing to focus on your personal goals and continue to focus on your recuperation and your rejuvenation, and don't do anything with your money in any sort of way towards commitments until you feel satisfied and content with your money situation So this may be you making changes to your commitments. I also feel you could be experiencing headaches around your commitments, or this may also be you needing to change the system. The Hierophant is also talking about there's a need for you to use wisdom here. There's a need for you to um, use tact. The Hierophant is also asking you to be mindful to avoid instability or hold on to keeping your situation stable by sifting through your challenges and quickly resolving them, but also not putting yourself in a financially challenging situation due to commitments and obligations with money. Now, also, I feel you may be seeking an opportunity through the system, an institution, government, work, where you could be tapping into taking a loan out against your pension or your 401, or you are able to get a what they call it, the union. You can take a borrow against your union. I can't think of the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The Hierophant here is asking you that there's a need for you to have a structure, to not challenge the system, but to seek a higher power if you need to. You may need to seek bank advice, or speak to a professional. You may be turning to a bank for a loan. This is you needing to be conservative about your investments and the way that you go about making changes or coming up with a system around your money and finances. This is about perhaps needing to be more rigid towards the self interest for you. So, for example, you may need to put off some bills, or change the amount that you're paying, or renegotiate to that regard. But the Four of Cups is saying that this is the time where you need to just keep seeking opportunities, but also, um, while you may not be exactly satisfied with how things are and the way things are, actively focus on changing it. But also, the Four of Cups is saying that you're dealing with a mixed bag here. Okay, it's blended pleasure. There's good and there's bad that's happening here in your commitments in a system. There may be you waiting on money from the government or an establishment or institution, or there could be issues around that. You could be feeling separated from your money, or there's a miscommunication that's bringing issues to your money situation. Um, there could be a loss of money through your investments. The Four of Cups is saying, play your money game close to your chest and for your needs and what you got to see happen to have your stability. So, what approach do you need to have that perhaps you need to implement, or is there an approach you're sticking to that you need to change? But also, this is asking you to focus on self preservation, okay? And contemplate what you need to do to make that happen and who you can work with to assist you in that regard. So let's take a look at what some of your guidance is, Scorpio. I just want you to know that your outcome is basically saying you're going to have a mixed bag here. It's a blended pleasure. It's going to be good and bad. You got have your hold on to your faith here, okay? And you have the keys. You do have the keys. And so you may be you can help your situation and improve it, or you can hinder your situation, or you could be doing both. But focus on you, okay, and what your money needs have to be. But do things in decency and in order, in how you may need to restructure um, or change it. And be mindful of your relationships and how your relationship or connection is playing out for you, where you're dealing with needing to perhaps contain something or figure out how to uplift or secure, or needing to conform, or needing to be unconventional. Now, let's take a look at what is some guidance that has come through for you, Scorpio. And the first card is create. I mentioned that. Create. Get creative in your business. How can you break the rules in your niche? How can you create momentum? How can you zag when all others zig? So, this is being unconventional, thinking outside the box, being creative as it has to do with work, as it has to do with your business, whether it's new or starting, or you're trying to maintain it or keep it up, or wherever you are with that, or improve it and see progress. But this is you staying committed to the cause of you and being creative in that regard. You also have as guidance windfall of abundance. Loving it. Nice, Scorpio. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So you do have money coming in, Scorpio. You may not be content or happy with the way it is, or an opportunity comes in and shifts that, or you just have a mixed bag of emotions about it. But money's coming in. Money is coming in and it will continue to come in. So be mindful of your attitude towards your money and have some gratitude as an attitude, or more gratitude as an attitude towards your money and finances, because whatever you're going through here, you're able to go through it through your creativity, and through what the universe is supplying to you. And so be grateful, or be more grateful in that regard. You also have two cards that came out as additional guidance, and that is called love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. So I feel like this is saying don't hold on too tight about your money. You know, don't be miserly or trying to hold on to it, because that is an energy where you are attracting lack. And be mindful of your emotions, where you may experience different feelings, and that's okay. But you want to try to work as quickly with any negative feelings or disappointment to try to move away from that emotional energy and start focusing on the opportunities or what it is that you have to be grateful for, because you do have it. And have more compassion and love towards yourself and towards your situation, even though it may be challenging or you may not be very content towards it. Things are not at their worst, and I don't feel like you're experiencing ruin, even though you might be thinking it's like ruin. It's not. Setbacks happen, but we can recover. And this is mental energy, okay? This is in your thoughts and in your communication. So consider that when you move forward, as you need to heal or focus on healing and moving away from stinking thinking, and also move away from anybody that you're dealing with that is putting you in that realm of stinking thinking too, or is negative or impacting you in a negative way, because you need creativity, you need that spark, you need that drive, you need that optimism. You need to be focusing on the opportunities, not having a pessimistic attitude, and not being unproductive, and being okay with where you are on the way to where you are going or trying to be at or hoping for or wish you had. Be grateful while you're in wishful thinking. You also have ask a fucking expert. So the Hierophant is also talking about you could be getting advice, but just make sure you're getting good advice here. Okay? Um, any commitments around money or involving institutions, you may be it could be experiencing some delays, or you're going through a lot of bureaucratic stuff and process here that you could rather do without emotionally. But where you fall short or you feel you need help, don't hesitate to ask a fucking expert for help. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Okay? Because if your friends aren't doing well financially, why are you taking advice from them if you're doing that? And even if they are doing well, be careful because sometimes your friend can be your frenemy. Okay? And so use sound judgment when it comes to your money and finances situation. But be mindful that money is coming in for you, whether you like what's coming in or not. Maybe it's coming in dribs and drabs, or maybe you just have your mindset on an ideal amount of money or situation financially. And the thing is, your situation is probably pretty fucking ideal. It's a mixed bag, but it's better than many, right? And that's the way you want to look at things. Stay more optimistic because things are promising, but you have to believe, and what you believe, you can conceive. So, self preservation and blended pleasure. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Take a look, and there you have the facts of life. Take care, Scorpio. Bye.